guys, it's Jodie and welcome to a new video. So today I'm actually going to be filming a really exciting video. So me and Jamie are actually going to go to Manchester today, and we are actually going to go to the biggest bookstore in the north of England, which is Manchester Deansgate. So I'm really excited, and it is a Waterstones, by the way, because I don't think I just said that. It's about an hour on the train or so, so I'm going to take Ninth House with me. I haven't read that book before. I tried to read it at the start of the year and couldn't get into it, but I really want to give it another go, so I'm going to take it with me, see if I can get a little bit of reading done on the way there, and then we are going to go to the bookstore. And yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't been there for a while now, so I've got this little list on my phone of some books that I'm going to check out and may buy. But yeah, I'm really excited. Basically today's video is just going to be a come spooky Halloween book shopping with me, so yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, so I'm here to do the little spooky book haul of books I got during my bookstore trip that you guys have just watched. It is literally so cold in my library right now. Can you see the steam coming off this? Like, because it's so cold in here. I'm getting a new radiator fitted in 2 days, so I can't wait until this room is actually warm because it's so cold. Yes, anyway, back to the books. I did get a few books. Some of them you'll have seen in the video. I'm really happy with all the books that I bought and I can't wait to read them all. So I didn't actually go wild as I usually would, I'm not gonna lie. I did have some form of self-restraint. However, I have bought a lot of books the day before and just in the last few months. So I'm thinking about doing like a giant book haul. That's for another time. These are the books that I got during my bookstore trip. I would say it's quite successful. I managed to get some spooky books. So yeah, if you would like to see all of these spooky books that I did get, then keep watching. The first book I have here is this one here, and this is probably my favorite that I bought because look at it. It is honestly the cutest book ever. So it has little pumpkins on it. And this is I think it's an Everyman's Library Poet Pocket or something it's called. Yeah, so Everyman's Library Pocket Poets, and this is Poems Bewitched and Haunted. So this is a collection of spooky poems. So one of the poems in here is The Hag, and that just reminds me of Caitlin because Caitlin always says hag and it makes me laugh. But yeah, these are all like spooky poems. We've got some witchy poems in here. So there's one called The Witch. We've got ghost poems, haunted poems, just all these spooky vibes. So if you're looking for some spooky poetry, then maybe get this book. But I am honestly obsessed with this. Like, I absolutely adore it. I love that it has a little ribbon. I just love the cover and I'm excited to read some spooky poetry. So I'm so happy that I got this. It's just so cute and I'm definitely gonna have it out on display. Oh, I just realized I didn't light any of my candles. Should I light a spooky candle? Let's light the pumpkin candle next to the pumpkin book. Okay, so you probably can't even tell, but I did light the spooky pumpkin candle next to the book. Oh, it looks so cute on my shelves. The black and the orange. Yes, such a vibe. I need more tea. Okay, so the next book I got is a super random one, and it was one that was on my list though. So the night before, I was just like flicking through Waterstones and just seeing what came up under like their spooky YA, like thriller, supernatural, horror-y section thing. And this came up on the list, and this is actually a new book, and this is actually one of my best friend Kay's favourite authors. This is the author of the Three Dark Crown series, and I didn't know she'd wrote anything else. I still haven't read any of her books yet. Actually, tell a lie, I think I do own one of her books. I actually own Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendra Blake. I recently, Kendare Blake, not Kendra. Kendare. I recently bought this actually, so I do own this, but I haven't read it. But I picked up her new book, so I don't know exactly when this came out, but it was very recently. It's called All These Bodies, and you guys will have seen this in the video. I did put up a bit of text as to what it was about, but basically it says on the back, a gruesome killer, 16 bodies completely drained of blood, one impossible explanation. So it gives vampire vibes. I'm not sure if it's an actual vampire story or it's just someone kind of posing as a vampire but they're a serial killer. I'm not too sure. The vibes, and I just thought it sounded amazing. It says the only suspect in the bloodless murders, a 15-year-old Marie Catherine Hale, who was found at the scene of the crime covered in blood, but she refuses to confess to anyone except an inspiring journalist, Michael Jensen, the sheriff's son. I think her name's actually Marie. I don't know what's wrong with me today. She was running out, but she chose Michael for a reason, and his search for answers is her last chance to finally tell her story, a story that will call into question everything he knows. So yeah, this just sounds so good, and I love the title as well. It's just giving me spooky vibes. I feel like it's going to be really perfect for obviously spooky season. I'm intrigued to see like if there's vampires in here or not, or if it's like kind of imitating vampires, but either way I feel like it will be a really fun book. So next I got this book here, and this is by Vivian. So this is actually the second book in the series. So unfortunately they didn't have the first book when I went to the bookstore, but I'm gonna pick it up later this week. So this is part of a series that is inspired by Van Helsing, I believe. It's called Dreadful Company, but it's the Dr. Greta Helsing novels. So yeah, this is the second one. I love this cover. I'm really excited to pick up the first one, which is Strange Practice, and that one has vampires in, I believe. This one says, meet Greta Helsing, Doctor to the Undead. When Greta Helsing is called to Paris to present at a medical conference, she expects nothing more exciting than professional discourse on zombie reconstructive surgery. Unfortunately for Greta, Paris happens to be infested with a coven of vampires, and not the civilized kind. If she hopes to survive, Greta must navigate the maze of ancient catacombs beneath the streets, where there is more to find than simply dead men's bones. So yeah, this sounds so good because it's set in Paris with the catacombs, and they're just naturally like very creepy and very spooky. So I feel like it's a really cool setting to be reading. And also this has vampires in it. We've got the Van Helsing vibes, and I don't really see anyone ever talk about this series, and I'm so excited to pick up the first book and hopefully read it in October. But I did pick up the second one while I was there because I love the sound of this one. I didn't buy the third one yet because obviously I want to test out the first one and this one. The third one I think is about mummies, so I'm not sure if I will definitely read that. But yeah, I'm here for the vampy Van Helsing vibes, and I love the covers. My favourite cover is definitely the first book, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go pick that up later this week, but I did get this one. Okay, so next I picked up this middle grade, which is The Haunting of Aveline Jones by Phil Hickes, and this is a book I've actually been looking at for a while, so I'm really glad that I finally bought it. So this I think is like a 9 to 12 middle grade, and it says turn on your torches and join Aveline Jones. And I believe this follows a girl called Aveline who's like obsessed with ghost stories, and she really loves to read them. And then one day she discovers this really spooky old book, and it turns out this book actually belonged to this girl called Primrose who randomly vanished and no one knows what happened to her. And then Aveline decides to investigate the disappearance of Primrose with her newfound friend. I think his name is Harold. It says now someone or something is staring and it's looking for Aveline. So yeah, this sounds really fun. It's like a ghost story, thrillery, adventure-y, mystery maybe kind of vibey to it. Obsessed with this cover. This just screams autumn. I love it so much. They did have the second book as well, which is The Bewitching of Aveline Jones, but I only bought this one just to see how much I enjoy it. I just feel like this will be a really nice read, and yeah, I'm just here for all the vibes. It just sounds like it'll be really fun. Next I got this. It's not a book, but I thought I may as well show it because it's kind of cool. And so I got this writing set, and you get 10 sheets of writing paper with some envelopes, and they have this cool design on them, and I just really like this, and I just thought this was like really cute. So yeah, I randomly bought this. Then next I got this book here. So I actually pre-ordered this at my store, and unfortunately it arrived damaged. It was ripped on the spine, so I didn't end up getting it from my store, and like I wasn't going to be in work for like the next week. So I thought, well, while I'm in Manchester I may as well pick up a copy there, so I did. So that is Beasts and Beauty Dangerous Tales by Soman Chainani, I think is how you pronounce the surname, and this is a signed edition. I am so in love with this book. I cannot wait to read this. So yes, like I said, it is signed. Look at the spine as well, it's amazing. But one of the main reasons that I really love this book is not only the beautiful cover, but it is illustrated. Loads of different like really cool illustrations in here with all the stories. Some of them look like this as well. So it has stunning illustrations, and these are just all really like dark spooky tales. It is for adult fantasy. It comes under as a genre, so it isn't a children's book, but yeah, it's like just really dark stories, and I just think this is such a stunning book, perfect for spooky season to flick through, and I'm just obsessed with the illustrations. I'm excited to read this, and I just love this cover. Then the last book that I got is this book here, which is A History of Magic, Witchcraft and the Occult, and this is by DK with a foreword from Suzanne Lipscomb. So I've been eyeing this book up for quite a while, and you guys know I love my witchy books. I have a very large witchy book collection on my shelves, and this is just one that I didn't have yet. And every time I see this book I always want to buy it, and I finally did. I thought, what better excuse than the fact it's almost spooky season. Yes, I bought it. Absolutely stunning cover. I did actually start reading this on the way home, so I'm 20 pages in, so I'm really not far at all, but it's super interesting so far. I'm really enjoying it already, and I'm excited to read this whole book. It basically covers obviously the history of magic, but it talks about all different cultures and has all these different references for so many different things that people kind of interpreted as being witchcraft or some form of like the occult or something like that, and just all these like random kind of traditions and rituals and things like that, and like just different things that cultures did. And I don't know, like I'm just finding it really, really interesting so far, especially like the way a lot of like anthropology is being used in here, and just all these different culture references and stuff. And like, I don't know, it's just really, really interesting. So I'm really excited to see where this book's going to take me and to find out more about witchcraft and like its origins and different kind of versions of it, because witchcraft isn't just like spells and hexes and Wicca and paganism. There are so many different forms of witchcraft throughout history, and the idea of magic and the concept of magic is such a huge thing. Like, magic is quite often portrayed in religion or confused with things in religion, and religion is obviously a very old thing, but magic actually predates religion in terms of people's beliefs. Astrology was considered to be a form of magic way back when. I can't remember which civilization used to use it. I think it was the Mayans it mentioned in this part that I've read so far. I honestly can't remember, but yeah, it's just really, really interesting so far, and I'm just really, really enjoying it. This will just be a book I occasionally pick up and just flick through and read a little bit of. But yeah, what I've read so far was really, really good. I did also pick up another one of these because they're pretty much unavailable now, and I love this. It says "We Are Stardust Meant to Shine" because I snapped the tassel off mine. I just seem to have really bad luck when it comes to tassels on books. I always break them, so I bought another one and it's just in here for now to mark where I'm up to. But yeah, I just love this book and I'm so happy that I finally bought it, so yay. So that does conclude all of the books I bought during my spooky Halloween book shopping video. There were a few others that I wanted to get, but realistically I just didn't see the point in getting them on that day. I just wasn't sure if I'd read them yet or if I 100% wanted to. I kind of wish I had bought the Silent Companions. I'm still toying with picking that up. I just don't know when I'd read it, but I feel like that would be one that would be good to read in winter as well, because it's like quite atmospheric, I believe, and quite gothic, and I feel like gothic books still fit very well in winter, especially like cozy gothic kind of books. So I may go and pick that one up, and I am going to go and pick up the first book in the Dr. Helsing series. I can't remember what it's called now, but I'm gonna go and pick that up this week, so I'm really, really excited. I do have some witchy fiction books that I've ordered at work that I'll be picking up probably next week, so I'll probably include those maybe in a future witchy haul or something, or in a weekly reading vlog, so look out for that. But yes, I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you like this style of video, because I would definitely like to film more of these, like come book shopping with me. I know some people actually vlog when they're there, or they do a voiceover, but for me personally, I just love watching like b-roll and like seeing people show books as like recommendations and things like that, and it's just nice to see like what a bookstore looks like in different places. So yeah, let me know if you liked this style, or if you would like to see me do it again, or with a voiceover or something. I couldn't vlog when I was in there because it was actually quite busy, even though it was really early in the morning. So yeah, I'm not quite there confidence-wise with the public vlogging like that. But yes, I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this mini haul. Like I said, there will be some book hauls coming up. I'm either going to do a spooky book haul or just a huge book haul, and I know I have at least 100 books to haul, so yeah, it may be a big one, or it may be split into a few different ones. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you are looking for any of these books, I will have them all linked down below. I will also have all of my social medias linked down below, and a link to my Patreon, where you can find extra content from me, such as reading vlogs. We do a buddy read, we have a Discord, and I upload lots of behind the scenes things, photos and all of that stuff. And I'm planning to upload some extra spooky autumnal content on there. And also, I know it's not Christmas yet, but as soon as it hits November, there's going to be a lot of Christmas stuff going on there. So yeah, if you would like to access any of that, then make sure to check out the link down below. But yes, please do give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and if you made it to the end of this video, leave a little book emoji or a spooky emoji in the comments. Let me know what books you've recently hauled, or what your favourite spooky books are, what spooky books you would recommend. I'm still always on the hunt for more spooky books, because there's no such thing as too many spooky books. So yes, please please let me know all of your recommendations in the comments. I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you're reading lots of good books, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!